Hey, I'm back. Got a request from somebody to actually not mix my blog and techie stuff together, and I agree. So what I'm going to start doing is create two channels. One of them will be the techie stuff, which I may put some Amazon stuff on there to get some money into the channel. And the other one will be my blog stuff, ranting, BS, whatever, doesn't matter. Um, because it gets kind of confusing, and if I get people following, I'd prefer to have them follow the subject. Um, and on my rant, I may also talk about some of the weight loss successes and failures I've had. I've had some successes lately. I've lost a hell of a lot of weight, um, and that's a good thing. So can't complain there. Going to where I need to go from where I used to be to where I need to be, and I think I'm getting there. So far, I've lost, worst case in the year, to where I was, for the sake of argument, 360. Now I'm down to 309 or 308. That's not bad. And the plan is by Christmas, I want to get to at least below 300. And then in the future, I want to get to 240. And that would be good. Pounds. I am Canadian, but I do not use metric for weight. So that's what I'm looking at doing. Part of it is because I got diabetes or been flagged as type 2, which is not a big issue. Knew it was coming. Part of it is I drink the wrong pop. Now I've gone over to stevia, Coke, and I basically eat better stuff. Not exactly where I want to be yet. I'm on diabetic training now, which is interesting because they're preaching what we already knew. Half your plate should be vegetables, and 1/4 should be protein, and the other 1/4 should be starch. Yeah. Top that should be good starch. Not white rice, not potatoes. You can have them, but it will adjust your numbers. You have to eat appropriately. So try to clean that up a bit. You can have your junk food once in a while, which I do, and getting control of it. Sometimes it's a bit hard, as we all know. Sometimes you get cravings. But part of the things I'm doing is I'm getting sugar-free candies. I found one of the companies. Show you some of the bad stuff, but actually not as bad as it could be. Yay, here they are. They're hiding. Come on. Hiding under some of my spare electronics crap. Werther's Originals. No sugar added. You can't have too many because they're 15 calories for two. So if you have two, not a big issue. So that's an option. And then there's these bottles of stevia Coke. These actually are funny because you can drink them. Don't taste exactly like the old stuff, but hey, it doesn't kill you as bad. And I don't like the aspartame one. That tastes gross, and actually it does bother me. So these are better for me. They also don't affect my numbers. If I do the blood test, they stay. So if I drink that in the morning to help with my pills, good. So seems to be working on losing weight. Blood pressure numbers are good. All that stuff's good. And as I get more information, I'll bring more stuff up on the channel. There's a couple things that have really helped that are interesting. I downloaded an app called Pill Reminder, so it reminds me to take my pills and not screw that up. The scale I'm using is from the brownie points got from the bank, I think, or Save On, I can't remember. But I bought the Fitbit scale, so that helps. And then I got a glucose meter that connects to my smartphone, which is kind of nice. I also do have a new polar blood and heart rate thing. Not using as much as I can because my watch tracks my heart rate. So just a little piece at a time. But there is one app I do like, as I kept saying. One that you may want to start with, which is kind of interesting. There's a thing called the 21-day, what do we call it? do a 21-day fix. And I'll show you something about 21-day fix, which is interesting. I did it before. It's got a fit. It's got a weight thing and all that stuff. It's container based. So these are little containers that these are seeds and dressing, but I'm currently using them for McDonald's tokens. And I put my afternoon pills in here. These are only painkillers like Tylenol and aspirin and Advil. Throw them all together because sometimes I go hiking. It's nice to have them. But these are part of the system for tracking. And if you use the tracker, the 21-day fit or whatever you want to call it, this is part of the 2 containers. The other one they have, I'll give you an example of what a day would be. So if we had like a default one for me would be, see if we can see it in the camera. Okay, that's really shitty. There we go. So I'm allowed to have 6 green, 4 purple, 3 red, 4 yellow, 1, and other stuff. Okay, so based on that, so I'm allowed to have 6 of these per day. So I get used to the point now I can visualize fruit. I mean, vegetables, not fruit. And then the purple one, I'm allowed to have 4 containers of this. But the truth is, I'm going to eat more of those. Okay. And then the other thing, you're allowed to have 6 of these proteins. So we do. And this one is the starches or carbs. So you're allowed to have 4 of those a day. It's not a lot. Then you're allowed to have 1 of these healthy fats. And then 1 of these, which is your dressings. Not a lot of dressing. Okay? I don't follow the system anymore. But what I was doing is I got to the point where I could guesstimate how much was in each container, and I tried to keep towards a certain portion size. So that's won't close. So that's what I started doing, and it seemed to work. So that's what I did. And for me, that seems to be the thing. Like I was using the tracker because you can track all your stuff. When you get to the point when you're done for the day, no more food. It actually has a section for breakfast, lunch, dinner, and it unhighlights the stuff until you run out of the food items you can eat. If you eat all your good stuff in the morning, you're not going to get any good stuff at night. Depends what your definition of good stuff is. So, 21-day fit or whatever, the 21-day fix. That's what it's called. It's from Beach whatever, Beach Body, but it's not bad. First few times you do it's pretty good. You can do it continuous. There's actually exercise videos that go with it. Don't care for them, but hey, it's whoever wants to do it. But it's really good at tracking food. And if you go on YouTube, there's a lot of videos on how to do portions and how to prep food. And in 21 days, most people should be able to handle that. If you do it, if you get through it, then you can polish it up more and keep continuing. And the first time I did, I actually lost a bit of weight, but it was tough. Now it's getting easier. So that's what I'm doing is I'm trying to keep like in the old days, I would drink a lot of pop, which was sugar and a lot of stuff. And I'm sure my calories are probably up to 10,000. Today, I try to keep my calories on a bad day, maybe 3,500, but realistically, I'm trying to stay about 2,500 to 3,000 a day. And do that. The other thing is you got to get people to stop. You go to someone's house for dinner, or you go for lunch, or whatever with some friends. They go, oh, eat some more. You're a big person. It's like, basically want to tell them to, stick with the sun, don't shine, because, we got to learn from our body when we're full and we're done eating. Don't eat because people tell you. And anyone does tell you to eat, I think you just need to tell them to stick, Tell them where to stick it. I think it's rude for people to go and say, "Oh, eat more." That's not cool. Eat what you want, then you're done, and don't eat any more, because you got to learn from your body that you're full. And in this society, it's eat, 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 and you don't know if you're full. Not good. But it's my rant today. We'll create multiple channels. Some will be techie, some will be like a rant channel, like this one, where I'll talk about health and other things. We'll go from there. See ya.